Morning, folks. I'm back with some coffee and news time. Okay, so Tarkov personality, LogicalSolutions, got banned on a couple of days ago, and I've been following the story, and maybe it's time just to do a little news update on it. Basically, he says, well, that's interesting. Just a tweet, just because I tweet about stuff and have a Discord website where I share data, I get banned and profile banned. So you might think, okay, and who's LogicalSolutions? Well, LogicalSolutions is the Twitch moderator for Landmark. Now, Landmark, aka Tony, is one of the biggest Tarkov streamers. And for the World of Warships guys watching this, he's on average about 4 times the viewers of Flamu. Okay, that puts him into perspective. LogicalSolutions is also the creator of the Logic EFT bot. Now, the Logic EFT bot is something that you can actually add to your stream, and basically, if you need armor stats, helmet stats, prices of stuff, etc., you can do exclamation in the chat, and it'll give it to you. And then he runs a website where some info is data mined info is published. Now, note the careful selection of the words there. Runs a website where data mined info is shared. Basically, Tarkov silent changes, and pulled in October 11 when the last patch was. The Impossible Scav event is over. This is the new stats to force a limit on the rate of fire of weapons with a single fire mode. And he picks up on stuff like this before a lot of it is published already. And essentially he goes on to say he was targeted. He gets sent this, the info. He doesn't actually data mine it. And if you research the history of data mining, I mean, a couple of weeks ago, I published a video where the Black Friday containers for this year for World of Warships already got data mined. You know, yes. And if you read an article, for example, Source Gaming here, an introduction to video game data mining, you know, the guys are basically saying, look, they're not hackers. They just want to see what's in there. It's not to exploit it. It's not to willfully exploit the data that's there. That it's data that's going to be published anyway, and they're just tinkering. Now, LogicalSolutions specifically said that he actually wasn't data mining. He just gets sent the data mined info and he publishes it. So on the surface, it does look like it's a false ban, or let's call it a false ban, or and he's in his Twitter feed here, he actually shows he reached out to Battlestate Games, he reached out to some of the developers, and they're basically just ignoring him and giving him the big fat finger. So last night he also said he started a new account, and everybody's like, yeah, you're circumventing a ban. All right. A lot of these tools work on simple things like IP addresses or email addresses, etc., etc., and it's so easy to get a new email address today. Even my fiber connection works on a dynamic IP address. Plus, if you use a VPN, and I specifically, and I'm not scared to show it here in the taskbar because there's no hacks in my taskbar, I use Cloudflare Warp. And specifically because my ISP's routing is completely and utterly fucked. If I don't use Cloudflare Warp, I get about a 60 millisecond ping to our local Tarkov server. With Cloudflare Warp, I get a 5 millisecond ping. I live in the same city as the data center. There is no reason why it should be a 60 millisecond ping. Anyway, on the actual Tarkov forum, there are many of these instances. I've been false banned 4 or more times in the past couple of months. And people reach out to Battlestate Games, and Battlestate Games just bats them over to BattleEye. Now, BattleEye is the anti-cheat gold standard. Yeah, right. Anyway, so if you read about it, they are the anti-cheat for Arma, the entire Arma series, Daisy, Ark Survival, Evolved, PlanetSide, Rainbow Siege, and a whole bunch. The Isle, and I just recognize this because my daughter plays the Isle, little dinosaur simulator. Kind of stupid, but they love it. PUBG. And I mean, there was a big, huge outcry for so long about the amount of cheats and stuff in PUBG. So how good is this battle eye? If I remember correctly, and if I have this wrong, please point to it in the comments. I do believe that let's just say a part of the Eastern community was literally, I don't want to say VPN blocked or something, but they got region isolated because of the amount of cheats and stuff. So, and that was in PUBG, in the PUBG's heydays. I don't know a lot of people that still play PUBG, but yeah. Anyway, and we can go down, and there's a whole bunch of other games that it does look as well. So, I honestly think, having interacted with LogicalSolutions before, having spoken to him on his stream and so on, I think this is a false ban. I honestly, you can usually get a feel for people. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not, but I really hope this shitstorm gets resolved. At least he can still do his moderation, because most of these big streamers, their moderators get paid. And I know he has a day job as well. Then, last thing, my good friend Fragmentation, World of Warship streamer, he tweeted this also on October the 14th, which was essentially last week Thursday. I can't play this game anymore. Warships is making me so miserable. I'll probably take some time off from ships. Not a lot, like a week, more info on Discord. And I really do feel for the guy. And you can see I typed a response here. Play what you want. I need more coffee. That play went very high-pitched. Play what you want and make peace with your viewer count going to shit. Want to quit WoWs? Might as well have quit streaming, which I did the last month. That's another story. Your mental health is worth much more, dude. I'll do I'm not sure how to approach this, but I'll do a mental health video sometime soon. But yeah, Frag, you have my full support. Hopefully New World and whatever else you play works out for you. It is good to take a break from certain games, and it's always good not to box yourself into a single game. And yeah, that's all I have for today, folks. Hope everybody has a fantastic week. I have to go back to work today. That is in 2 hours. It's now 6 a.m. here. So yeah, drink your coffee. Tell somebody you love them. Tell somebody you care. Cheers.